Welcome to day 472 of The Journey Begins. Let's adjust our mic there. Alright, how does this sound? 1 2 1 2. Right. I think we might need to get that inline gain boost for the XLR cable. So let's get back into the game. We're moving around. There we go. So we are currently in... Do we have any wheat yet? We do not have any wheat, I believe. Oh, not yet. So we'll just collect some sheep here. Welcome in, Austin. We get that? Yeah. So we need a path that can go forward, so... or to the front of the... front of Inkwood. Welcome in, Lily. So do we have any dirt on us? We do have some dirt. Let's put that in here. Put this in. Might have to make a little path through here. Welcome in, me. Oh, and we're live on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. We have some goals of 300 followers on TikTok, which we're a little over halfway there. 100 on Twitch. I am making affiliate there, and we're really close to that. And YouTube, anything there is good. And we'll probably make that announcement a few times as we go along through the stream until we hit those goals. And that we're kind of a low-key build. Not a lot of player combat. Just building, trying to get a story going, that kind of stuff. Don't want spruce. Well, we have spruce saplings, so yeah. Oh, we were gonna go get some darker things, like obsidian and whatnot. We'll just have to leave placeovers now. Welcome in, buy in. And welcome in, Lisa Stokeston. What do we need to do? Oh, we need more. Much? Oh. Okay. So let's... We need a center point for here where our well is going to go. So I think in here is probably a decent well. We could leave some of this here, so maybe we can rough out a path over here. Welcome in, Adrian. Put a torch back. How do we... Because we need to get over there now, and yeah, so we... Don't want to go through the water, so maybe we'll cut through here. Maybe we can cut through here. Right. Oh, but then it puts us water over here. Well, we can fill in some of this. That's a deep cave system. We probably want a we want a conduit over here so we can do some exploring in there. Welcome in, Damien, and advocating sounds. Right. I think we can go through. Okay, so probably need to take this down a level or two. But for now, we're just roughing it out. We want to get a feel how this path goes through here. Yeah. So, and then we'll take an aerial view. Oh, welcome in, Caleb. And Ultra, welcome in. Alright, so this is gonna 64 is still a little low, but I think we'll keep it this high here, and it'd be where there's a hill or something that will level that off. And then on this side, we'll just keep it high. Welcome in the goat. Because we don't want our villagers to be able to get up here, Risley, and, you know, get in danger. So if we made it level, I mean, they still probably wouldn't jump off a 2-block high, but do we have any fences? Oh, that's a gate. So we need okay. Why? Oh, that's why. Okay. Welcome in, Cynthia. Yeah, so closing our inventory works when we we have that enough there. When we don't have anything entered in the inventory search bar. But what we want, that's 18. Don't know if that will quite be enough, but we'll see. Welcome in, Inji. Let sheep go. Ah, there's a sheep. Go. So we'll do this. It might despawn before we get around to it, but hopefully it stays. But the other thing we want to do now is get our other little house going. So we need another bed. Our other villager over there. Oh yeah, we were gonna go get welcome in Sully. We might end our stream on Overmorrow, so that then tomorrow we can bring over the scaffolding and maybe some obsidian or other things. Welcome in, yeah, EW. All right, so with that down, let's decide where we want to put the next house. We don't want them to be right on top of each other. Let's say 1, 2, 4, 5, 7. That would be a good part. How far could we go? We could go a little bit this way. That's the question. So we'd have to go out this way, right? So 1, 5. Oh, 5 is probably big enough, right? So we could do that. So I like a little space here, so maybe we'll go 5 this direction then. That's 1, 2, that's 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2. Something like that. Fill this in. And then we have a foundation, and then we'll have something else that goes around the edge. So we'll put in dirt slabs for now. Keep this down here. And we can we want to put this something like want to make sure that they can't get into any dangerous areas. Maybe we'll put down some fencing in a little bit. So maybe that's what we'll do. All right, so we'll put down the bed here. Maybe over here. Okay. Top part will be kind of planks or something, maybe. So that'll be. So we'll have to leave some space in here for that. Do you have any? Oh, we have some. Okay, so we'll. This goes all the way up, so we'll. 1, 2, 4, 5. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Oh, wait. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Welcome in, Hana, huh? So we're building one more house. 2, 3, 4. So we need a placeholder here. So that one's not done. Let's go follow our path and see how well that worked. We're building a couple towns that are gonna add different aspects to a story we're working on. This is the second town. First town is Overmorrow. When it's not done either, we're just kind of working on laying out both of them right now. Then there's a path from there. Welcome in. Keeping it breezy. How's it going? How's your Thursday? Working on any Minecraft projects? And welcome in, Ola. Yeah, so I think this works. Just square that up a little bit. So this will be our path around. So we can keep more of the hill and try to work more of that into the story. We'll still have to clear out a little bit here and there, but I'm doing pretty well, making a little progress, getting things to start to come together. And welcome in Mahoy and Max. We have some rockets. We can do a quick overview at least of Inkwood. I'm gonna fly back to Overmorrow at the end of the stream. Alright, so let's check around. Yeah, so this road here is just a placeholder, but we'll fix it up. That will carry us into Inkwood. And this will be a road that's in town that's going to carry us back to the houses back here. And we'll build other structures in there as well, but right now we're kind of framing it out, getting a few of the necessities going in them. So having the ability to add villagers, so we need at least 2 houses. And add little food farms and whatnot as we go, and then the specialized farms like the gunpowder farm and that we'll just build at one location. Yeah, I was right. It needed wheat, so we need wheat before we can trap in a sheep farm here. So yeah, little things like that are what we need. Let's get back to this. So, we don't have enough wood for the top there, and we need placeholders, so we need to... Oh, thank you for coming in and checking. That's a great stream. I try to catch all of them. My puppy Taya is a great stream for anyone that's on any of the other platforms that we're streaming to right now. They're over on Twitch. And oh, those are on the inside. So yeah, go over here. And we're not quite the skill, but similar vibe if I had to describe it. So we're trying to be low-key, build things. The adventures are in the story and not a lot of jumping around. At least we're trying to avoid some of that. 32. 32 ought to be pretty good. So let's fly back over here. Welcome in Seebs. Whoop. Got a wandering trader over there. Oh, yeah, thank you for noticing that. So we haven't used a keyboard for primary play in a couple of years now, probably 2-3 years. We were using Razer, the Tartarus from Razor for this. Oh. And we'd used Logitech. Need to get that out. Oh, was that 5? Okay. Like their kind of PlayStation controller before that, or PlayStation style. And before that, we had tried the Logitech 360 controller, which I do want to get back to, but I think it would be a good input device. The issue that I had with it is Minecraft doesn't map easily to a joystick, so I had to get some, oh, just put that. I had to find some like Python libraries to kind of hijack the input to map it, and it was kind of working, but I didn't want to trust it to jumping in. Well, I didn't want to risk falling into lava, so I was doing a lot of nether projects there at the time. So I might come back to that, but we also want to try like leap motion, some Logitech buttons and pedals, non-traditional, non-keyboard ways to play, and just see how that affects the experience, and like get an experience for people who might not be able to play with a keyboard. And our right hand is just our monitoring. Our right hand is a Logitech M570 trackball mouse, which works. And if the audio sounds a little odd, let me know in our monitor phone book comes back up. How much stone? We don't have enough slabs then. We need to get a handful more. 15. Like when we build the roof, we'll have to keep some spawning stuff in mind too, but this should at least mean they only spawn on the rim. If we keep lights up there, then we should be fine. Oh, sorry. So the direction that I'm looking is right hand, and then right hand is like placing and mining. And the left hand is handling the strafing with the thumb tab, and then we have our run, duck, and jump on the left hand as well. And inventory and close. Hi Chris, MT, how's your day going? Mine's going pretty well. We're starting to get some of the houses at least framed up. Let's see, do that more. Yeah, so that'll give our villagers something to do. Do you have enough for the composter? I mean, really, they should probably be somewhere else, but let's see what that does. Wait, you became a farmer? Why did you become a farmer? Okay, what else do we need then? Is it a smithing table? Oh, oops. I don't know if you'll get a check to that or not. All right, testing audio, testing audio. Not sure what happened to the other PC there, but Invokeman TV Arcade. You working on any Minecraft projects yourself, Chris? What do we want to do? Oh yeah, we want to have a boat ready. And then we want to come over here and see if we can get this villager into their house. All right. Oh, can I push you out? Okay, there we go. Let's get you going. Find your way up there. Good, good. Following the path. Wait, how did you? Oh, uh, yeah, that's why I would have noticed that if they were getting on the bed too, but wait, why did you take that bed? I guess it doesn't matter what bed they're in, just that they're taking that. Oh, would that one help you? Okay. Right. Right, so we'll put that there. That should keep them inside. There. And well, they won't be able to get to their workstation, but we'll deal with that later. Build some of this up. So I don't think they'll be able to get up there. Okay. Right, so I think we're pretty good here. Oh, we need to grab our, don't need our boat anymore. We'll put it on torches. Get another pass through here. Sure. We don't have any spawn areas inside of Inkwood. This place looks a little dark. Okay. All right, welcome in, Riley. All right, so let's hop up on this tree. So maybe a little bit of torching over there. That's on the other side of the bridge, so we don't need to do that. Okay. I think we're actually in pretty good shape. We probably don't need torches over here. Definitely not. Just being abundantly cautious. Until we start getting some iron golems in here and being able to test spawnability of outside mobs. Okay. Well, thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. Have a good lunch. Yeah, we're Pacific time, so we're 2 hours behind. And thank you, Yuna, for the follow. Yep. West Coast. I have streamed on the East Coast a couple times, but we are on the West Coast now. Let's see if we can land on this and what our view looks like here. Ooh, made it. We'll come in Brixley. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So we can actually see that here. Okay, that's good. And then we'll build a couple, or a building. Maybe we can build some kind of shop that goes around this and just have it built into that. Because this was a terrain generation feature, and anytime we come across those, we're trying to work those into our build and not tear them down. So when we go back to Overmorrow at the end of the stream, we'll show off some of that. So we leveled the desert there, but we left the fossils, the floating regular sand. So it wasn't disturbed, so it didn't trigger a fall. So we can't build anything right next to those, but trying to preserve as much of that as we can. But anyway, yeah, and then our path kind of goes around. We see a little bit. We see it come out. Maybe we can have a... I think this might be a good spot for the well in our story. There or back here. I think here makes it a little bit more prominent. There makes it a little more secluded. And it should be something that they see relatively soon when they come into the village. I think if we build it a little bit more here. Oh, we said town center. Well, I think that'd be fine. We really don't like it. It's not like we can't move it. So this needs some... Oh, this needs to be pushed out first. So we probably don't want to plant too many trees here. Because for anyone that's new, this waterway is going to get pushed out. Kind of a circle, half circle pattern about to where this bridge is. So if we trace that around on the cursor, from there to the wall is going to be the water, and then we're going to push the water down to 60 or 70 levels down from where it is, at least. And then we'll use campfires, cobwebs, things of that nature to create like a mist effect, so that the purposes of our story, we have one way in, and then we'll have some other bridge on the other side. And then with the hills and stuff over here that maybe we can punch up later. The dense forest and ravine over here, make it more of a forced choice, that where you come in, where you go out, instead of a city that's in the middle of plains and you could just come in and exit in any direction. Other cities will be like that, but Inkwood needs to be a one way in, one way out kind of city or village. Yeah, probably more of a village or town. Not going to be as big as... It's not even as big as Overmorrow. And nowhere near as big as Haven's End. But anyway, let's come down. Do we have any wheat yet? Okay, maybe we'll If you stick to your farming, maybe that won't be so bad. Because you're a tool person, so we could trade and eventually get some more tools here too. Oh, welcome in, Wizard. How's it going? And Carter, welcome in. What about you? So we can't trade with you yet. Wait, you were potatoes and what? Oh, just emeralds. So we need to get some potatoes planted over here. Something welcome in hamburger games. Alright, so we can do something like, well, we could probably do a raised bed too somewhere, but because this is making it lower, but this would be small enough that I'm not going to be concerned about it. Welcome in, Mia. Oh. Are you going to plant some stuff? Do you have any seeds? We don't have any seeds, okay. But we also don't want to put more wheat. We want, Greta, welcome in. We want potatoes planted so that we can do some trading with them. How much? Okay, so we don't have a lot of dirt with us because we do want to maybe try to level this out a little bit. Yeah. Almost have some wheat there, so we'll be able to catch some sheep whenever they spawn. But if we're doing more of these darker homes, we need to go to the other side. Maybe over here. I think this is far enough back. Grab some of these. What, spruce trees? Good spruce? Is, yeah. Probably need to go over to go over to the garden temple and go over to our tree nursery. Uh-oh. Whoop. Okay, so we'll just see how that does. Okay. Replanting as many of these as we can. Okay. There we go. Okay. Welcome in, Jasmine. Okay, so let's take out this one. And there's nothing preventing us from using spruce and say like jungle or dark oak. In the village houses, so some sheep. Okay. Oh, no leaves yet? Hmm. Well, not leaves. Saplings. Okay. There's another sapling. Okay. Okay, so it's getting dark, so we're going to have to find our way back. Is it rabbits? Which, oh, there it is. Okay. Let's go in here. Nope, we should have gone all the way to the front, but what we can do is follow our path and make sure it's well lit up. Okay, so we follow this. I don't think the creeper can get over, can they? Test their pathfinding. Okay, perfect. That's good, so they can't get up. Alright, so now where did our path go? It's over here somewhere, right? Yeah, oh, because there's a bed. So that works out pretty well. Welcome in, Ari. Let's go and see if we have a potato. We have a potato. Yeah, well, I don't know if we'll actually put too much of a garden back there, but we'll start putting some flowers down and just kind of get a feel for how many we want, how we want to decorate it. Okay, we'll need to... I don't think this will be bad. I think maybe we'll level it up a level or so, build it up a block. I don't mind it being level with the water, but in any case, the idea was to have some kind of decorative pool back here, so maybe expand this out a little bit on the sides. Make it a little bit more round and then kind of come across it. So then it's just a matter of whether we want the bridge to be at water height or a block or two higher. And now we need let's do a oak trapdoor. Right. Something to block that off. And we'll drop that in here. Don't need any fences right now. Or fence gates. Oh, we have black wool and gray wool, so okay. But this is, oh, dark oak. Oh, and that was spruce. Okay, so we do have dark oak and spruce. So if we did that, it would be say, like dark oak, spruce, and dark oak. Well, backwards. Yeah, this is spruce, and this is dark oak, right? Yeah. So it's darker on the inside, lighter on the outside. So it's actually the spruce that has a little bit... It's not as muted, but maybe it's not actually darker, more on the brown side. This feels more dark, but we can't, but it would be like this, like part of it would be that inside log and part of it would be outside, so we can't use that. But we'll fix that up later. For now, I guess it doesn't really matter as long as it's a darker wood, and then we'll put, you know, black concrete, obsidian, whatever, in the corners. Maybe make the whole beams, top beams. No, we'll figure that out later. We wanted to kind of lean into the ink aspect of Inkwood. So he's not going to come out there. Oh. Probably going to need to maybe open this up. Put our tool back. And we'll put like a rose on like maybe the side of the house there. I think that'll work. Yeah, I think he jumped down and that broke the wheat. I have a beehive over there, so we can probably do a little honey farm or something. Well, we can probably put some smoke under it and move those bees inside here. Make them, give them a safer place. Can we do a... Need more maybe spruce? There we go. What I want to do is like a hide shelves. Yeah. Similar issue there. I guess if you put it vertical, you could have vertical storage. Although barrels will make fishermen, so we'll have to definitely make sure that we have them in the right professions before we add that kind of detail. Alright, so we don't have enough coal to trade with you yet. Time. Okay. I think we're pretty good. So we're probably going to fly to Overmorrow pretty soon because we're at close to an hour. Because we're shooting for like an hour a day every day for now. And then once we make affiliate on Twitch or get to 300 followers on TikTok, then we'll maybe shoot for an hour during the week and 2 hours on weekdays or weekends. So 2 hours Saturday, Sunday, and an hour during the week. At least as long as we're able to. Eventually, we'll probably have to go back to weekends, in which case maybe we'll, once we get those goals, we'll do 2 hours and maybe throw in a 3 here and there. That's our overall streaming plan. So we don't have enough wool to do another bed yet. Maybe that's what we'll do. Fly around looking for some sheep. And make a third bed so that we can have a few more villagers. Oh, this is our path that goes over to the garden temple, so we'll fix this up later too, but we're kind of laying down these rough paths so I know what mountains we want to go over, through, under. Same thing with lakes and whatnot. I think we only have one graze, so we're going to need another. any other sheep now of the kind of standard for this temperature should be good. Okay. And yeah, we'll trash here. Oh, and welcome in Ash. Don't know if I caught that earlier. Oh, let's go grab our other two. Oh, do we need more spruce? Guess we do. Yeah. Okay. And then let's drop off a few things here since we're not going to do a whole lot right now. Oh, that. Don't need those singletons. That up there. Okay. Now the question with the third house, we don't want it to be too crowded. Something up here, maybe. There's some grass so we can see what's going on a little bit better. So if we put a corner there, maybe something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. It's going to be more than that, but that's fine. And it's something different. Some kind of texture on the bottom layer and then the wood layer on top of that. But for that now, this will work. Put that there. So that should give them a place to sleep. Okay. Oh. Perfect. I think we're pretty good. Nothing spawns on the wall because it could fall down. Okay. Okay. We're really well lit up here. We have one farmer's up there. Why they didn't take that bed, I don't know. But they'll figure it out. They can choose where they want to sleep. Maybe he just likes some low-key quasi-camping. Sleeping out under the stars. But with that, I think we're in pretty good shape. We have our 2 villagers here. We have room for a third one. We'll probably rough it out a little bit and maybe, I don't know if we'll worry about the roof so much. Probably just put a light on top and then come back and do the roofs later. But at least we'll be able to add some life to Inkwood. So yeah, there could be a well there. I'll put a well in here too. Where it's, although I kind of envisioned it not in kind of an enclosed space, more of a more traditional in that of. Although I guess we could take off the roof there, and then since this is roughly where we were going to put it, we could put it in there, take out the roof, which would be, there's a tree up here or something, right? Yeah, so this tree, so this right here is over that hollow area, yeah. So the well is kind of important. It doesn't need to be fancy itself, but it needs to be distinctive. It needs to be recognizable. So I think we'll sleep and we'll spend some time thinking about that tomorrow. Whether we build something like simple into here or whether we do it a little farther back. Alright, so we'll sleep and then we'll fly back to Overmorrow. Kind of show that off while we go. And then we can grab some resources there and bring it back and signpost some stuff to do. Oh, Overmorrow is this way. So we'll follow the road and kind of show what our plan for that is, so it won't look so rough when we're done. We're just laying out the path, because like right here we want to pull out a little bit of that curve. There's too many curves in too small of a space. And then that tunnel through the mountain, and the path should resume out here somewhere. Yeah. Zooms over here. Connects to this, which now it goes under the ocean. And then somewhere on the coast over here, there it is. This is where it comes out. Meets the rest of our trail over here. And that big stone tree thing that appears to the left, it does that a lot. So I don't know if that's from old generation and it's having trouble doing the new, or where that comes from, but if it sticks around, it's interesting enough we could work it into the story, kind of like a mirage. Welcome in, Fizz, and this is Overmorrow. A 513 diameter circle, put it up against the what will be the horizon wall. So let's poke around a bit here. We're at our time, but let's see. Perfect. So 2 scaffolding ought to be more than enough for what we need to build at Inkwood. What else do we want over? Wanted some dark blocks. Basalt? Take some basalt with us. I don't know if that will work, but try. Oh, there we go. That wheat we can take with us and do some sheep farming over there. And we need to bring a lot of dirt back over here too, because we still have a lot of terraforming to do. But I don't know how interested in everyone is in seeing that kind of stuff. I mean, it all has to happen for things to work, but some of that kind of terraforming, I do that and a lot of tool mending, either at the end of the streams or off streams. But people are interested in talking more Minecraft story, cooking, Legos, anything like that. I can definitely do more of this on stream, and because that is, chattable content. Whereas if I were fighting the Wither or something, I probably wouldn't pay as much attention to chat. Well, we're a little over our time. We do have some other things we need to do today. But we made progress. We got 2 villagers set up in houses, at least framed out houses. Welcome in miso soup. We got a 3rd house. Well, a foundation for a 3rd house, so we can slowly grow out the population of Inkwood. It won't have an iron farm, so we won't have to worry about breaking that being broken by villagers spawning iron golems outside of where we want. So Overmorrow will be a little less populated. We'll have basically mini villages, so 1 in our iron farm. There'll be a couple in our, where is it? Oh, there it is. Our cleric guild over there. And then somewhere back here, I think we'll be far enough away as well. So we'll probably put a wheat farmer or something like that in the back. Once we get some frog lights or something, we'll probably lay out a few perimeter lines. I think it's 90 blocks in each direction. I don't know if it's square or cylindrical. I have to look that up, but we'll just say it's square. Then we can lay out some light blocks 90 blocks out from where I guess center of the village would be. I think it's the center, not the edge. Anyway, we have to be more careful where we put things in Overmorrow, whereas Inkwood will be more like a traditional villager village. We might change up some of the housing structure, but they'll be able to walk around and whatnot. And it won't matter where the iron golems are as long as they're spawning. Well, I guess even if they spawned outside of Inkwood, they would just not last as long. Welcome in, Elite, you know me? Or UK Now Me? So yeah, so that's Overmorrow. Yeah, Inkwood is coming along. We have our path to the Garden Temple, which we need to drain our ocean and lay down some more frameworks there, but all of that's kind of coming together. We just have a lot of big projects that are getting tied together, and now we can kind of bounce between them and get work done on them. Haven's End, the foundation is very close to 80%. Need to go through and do a run there and check that out, but I'd say we're pretty close to 80, so in the next 2-3 months we should be done with that, hoping. And then we'll work on, we'll probably bounce between taking out some of the netherrack there and some of the ocean under the Garden Temple. get those two big things done. We do have to introduce 3 more builds though, so things are not going to get a lot of speed yet, but we need, I guess in order of size, the smallest build will be a gold temple where a gold farm is, so that won't need to be super intricate. We'll need a little desert town that also won't need to be huge. Should probably be bigger than the gold temple, but smaller than, or similar in size to Inkwood. And then a larger build for the library that's kind of the secret library at Inkwood, where we'll go through a portal in Inkwood, go through a controlled tunnel in the Nether, come out somewhere in the overworld that we can kind of conceal. And that will be the library that is part of Inkwood, even though it's built somewhere else. And that won't be a lore level build like Haven's End, but it'll probably be, if not a book level, at least a chapter level. So a significant size. We need to kind of formalize that because I go back and forth between Overmorrow is whether it's a book or a chapter. Probably more of a book because it's about half the size of Haven's End. But anyway, before we ramble on too much more from the story as we're kind of thinking out loud, we'll thank Chris M for dropping in earlier, or Yuna for the follow, keeping it breezy for joining in as well. And if I missed anyone else, remind me in chat. Do my best to try to remember, but happy to acknowledge all the support. And with that, thank you for joining The Journey Begins. If you want to check out more of what we're doing, including the VODs for this, you can check us out on Linktree, so link.tr or linktr.ee/mindtripmedia. That link will be on the outro screen as well. And it will have links to this VOD over on YouTube. It will have links to our TikTok, Twitch, Blue Sky, Pinterest, any of our other projects. So you can support us in any one or all of those, or none of those, whatever your preference. And with that, we'll see you tomorrow when the journey continues. Hope to see you for the next step.